like a poor man's version of The View, whatever. It's four preachers, and just to kind of list the names off here quickly.
Don't be cuz from Baltimore.
Huh?
Isn't that cuz from Baltimore?
Dang, you just spoiled it, man.
I can't take it.
You just spoiled it.
I can't take it.
Yeah, you got a dude from Atlanta, Dewey Smith Jr., John Gray, Ora Quick. I don't know what kind of name that is, and Dr. Jamal Bryant. So I'm like, really? Like, this guy just got into some stuff recently. Did you see that video where he's in the hood?
Somebody
he's
cussed
on the west
him out
side
or
of
some
Baltimore.
shit?
Yeah, and the dude.
I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
Yeah, it's this cat that's got this organization. He does a lot of stuff in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this video where Jamal Bryant, he's got it fitted on. He's got this black shirt on with the empowerment label on his back. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to help out the community or whatever. And homeboy is like, yo, every time I see you, you got cameras around you. Like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So dude was cussing him out and was like, yo, get out my hood. Like, he just was like, yo, get out my hood for, I get the Goonies out here. You know what I'm saying? And he just walked away.
Nigga got to try to get the goons on a pastor?
Yeah, straight up. And never mind the whole, baby out of wedlock thing, because that story.
No, I'm not gonna never mind that, but I'm definitely not about to never mind that. Okay, so,
but
I'm sorry. Finish your point. My fault.
But no, I was gonna say you want to react to that because that irritates me.
Okay, good.
That Jamal Bryant.
I realized I had a lot of talk time on what irritated me, so I was trying to make sure you got your rocks off.
That was
yeah. So Jamal, we had a little slight Facebook discussion about this with somebody on Facebook.
Yep, I remember that.
Shout out to her because I think she thought that I saw her joint and was like coming for her, and it wasn't that. I just saw it somewhere else and I saw it on the actual website and then was like, say what I had to say about it, and she came directly at me. So here's my take on it. Preachers are people, ladies and gentlemen. Preachers are people. Sometimes they make mistakes. I'm not saying that they should be absolved for the mistakes. They should be treated like anybody else that makes a mistake.
Yeah, they're not superheroes.
Now, what I will say is that there's definitely pressure on him to not make those mistakes because of he's the pastor. He's
the messenger.
He's the messenger. He's the at least on the carnal level, he's the role model.
Yeah. He's in a role of leadership.
He's in a role of leadership.
Yeah.
All those things are true, but at the end of the day, people fuck up.
Pretty much.
So there was people was calling, maybe he should take a step down. He shouldn't be a pastor anymore. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
You don't think he should be a pastor anymore?
Huh?
You don't think he should be a pastor?
No. I'm sorry. I don't think he shouldn't be a pastor anymore. I'm saying as a person who has a leadership position, I think it's his responsibility to step away from it and get his stuff together. And then once he finally feels like, okay.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because I think about the Bible and the types of motherfuckers that God used to speak through them. Mm-hmm. This ain't nothing but modern day.
I agree with that.
I mean, whores and people that killed people. Yep. God got messages through them. Mm-hmm. They can get the message through Jamal Bryant. I'm just saying, and I understand the dilemma of how do I follow a person who makes these mistakes? And
you're gonna have a congregation.
But here's the thing: these mistakes happen all the time.
I agree.
Where he fucked up
mm-hmm.
is that he ain't had the money. He ain't had that hush money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he fucked up. If we really keeping it down to the whatever it is, you can't let the shit come out. I bring this point up, and man, I went to church. I had this church. I went to this church in high school called Save the Seed. It was a ministry. They took in drug addicts and things of that nature. And I don't know if y'all think I have a skewed version of Christianity at this point after I just told people he shouldn't step down from church. But what I will say is that the majority of what I know about the Christian walk and spirituality and those things of that nature, I learned through him, and I don't believe none of the shit he he taught was wrong. Mm-hmm. But long story short, last time I checked, he was $7 million in debt. His wife had left him because he was having sex with all the chicks in the drug addicts and shit in the ministry. He was fucking them. Mm-hmm. He was, the Bama he had a white Bentley, had a TV bus, a bus. He can get on his bus, ride whatever he want to do, and have video coverage or whatever he wanted to do. Mm-hmm. He got the blessings of people like Kenneth Copeland and Creflo Dollar, right, and Joyce Meyer. Like, people was like, we rock with him, whatever. Mm-hmm. All that happened, and he was getting out there. Long story short, right. And all of that to say is, just because he did all that shit and was going through whatever he was going through, whatever, that doesn't negate that God used him to set my spiritual foundation.
No, that's true.
Now,
I think that...
Now, what I'll say is, if you don't like it, fuck you. For your spiritual foundation to be questioned because of what a mortal person does, mm-hmm, questions your foundation. You should question why y'all steady questioning what his, mm-hmm, calling is. You should be questioning your spiritual foundation,
which is why in that
because if you can get the message from a crackhead, mm-hmm, why you can't get the message from a person in the church who got caught up and fucked some other bitch?
Which is why I made that comment in that Facebook post that you were referring to earlier. This is why I say you gotta pray for people.
Yeah.
Just because the person is a pastor and he's a leader doesn't mean that he doesn't need prayer. Yeah. Everybody needs prayer. And that's what people just don't get, is everybody's like, oh yeah, forget this dude. Yeah. Whatever. I'm like, wait a minute. Ain't you supposed to be like following his walk? Like, if you really that much of a follower of Jesus Christ, then you would pray for him.
But you know what the problem is? Christians, and I don't want to say Christians because it's like all Christians, but, mm-hmm, Christians, stereotypically, they follow the people and they don't follow the word. Mm-hmm. See, they think that they think that the pastor is the herder, and the pastor for real is like a sheep in command and shit, for lack of a better, yeah, he's not the motherfucker that you follow. He's not the motherfucker that you following. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right? They get caught up.
You could say, like I said, he could say some. I tell you a great story about Jamal Bryant. I was at a Primerica meeting one day, mm-hmm, and this is the best. Jamal Bryant is the reason why I quit my good government job. Really? Jamal Bryant.
Really?
Yeah. I was at a Primerica meeting one day. Now, looking back, I don't think I made the wrong decision. Mm-hmm. I think it was just a zealous decision. I should have waited and stack my bread.
Right.
But I was at a Primerica meeting. Shout out to Primerica, all my Corinnes, my Darrens, all my folks out there, y'all, my peoples. I still fucks with y'all, but that just wasn't my move. I was in a Saturday meeting, and they played Jamal Bryant talking. He was talking about purpose. Mm-hmm. Long story short, right. And he was saying that, and he did say, "Don't quit. I'm not telling you right now, drop and quit your job." Spirit hit me. I dropped and chill. I jumped and quit my job. But he was saying that, if your purpose ain't in that job, you put, the amount of energy that people put into their job, mm-hmm, by the time they come home, most time than not, they're tired, they want to go home, they want to go to sleep, they want to do this and that and the third. And if God put vision in you and put purpose in you, more times than not, you're not going at that purpose as hard as you should be, mm-hmm, because of all the energy that you're putting into your job.
Right.
So if you're going to be, working for your purpose and this, that, and the third, you might want to consider conserving some of that energy. And I said, you know what? I thought about what I was doing at work. Now, mm-hmm, at this time, I had been in school shit for 10 years. and I was so comfortable at my. I promised you at that job when it was time, when I decided I was quitting, I might have did actual work for 2 hours out of an 8-hour shift.
Wow.
Because I had my system, I was a supervisor. I had my system where I knew how to do this, and it all came together where I didn't have to do a whole bunch of work.
So his message.
So to further, you know, so I was sitting here thinking about what I do at work, and you know, I can't do what I want to do, you know, purpose-wise, because I'm here. My shift was from 2:30 to 11 o'clock. So when the shakers and movers is in the streets at, you know, 5 to, let's say, 11 o'clock, really, I'm at work. And by the time I'm ready to, you know, get out here and shake hands and kiss babies, niggas is drunk or ready to go home. I thought about how, like, a lot of the nights where the homies would be like, hey, we about to go out, womp womp. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm coming. You know, I'm coming through. And
before you know it,
by the time I get off of work,
go home and try to change, and then
niggas is like, we going home, dog. You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
And he's tired out and all that stuff.
So I thought about all that and was like, you know what? I'm not going to do shit with my life if I work, because this is a stable job. I was making good money.
Right. Well, more importantly, were you happy? More importantly.
Well, I was content.
Okay.
You know, I was content. Okay. And
I don't think that's well,
content
is I think it's a level below happy.
Well, content is I could do this for the rest of my life and be good, but again, it's not fulfilling your purpose. So, all that to say, and this is not, because this is definitely not about me defending what's his name again?
Jamal Bryant.
Jamal Bryant. It's not about me defending Jamal Bryant because I'm not. I don't give a fuck about him. But it is, my point is that I got this nigga that's not apparently not respected in the streets of Baltimore, gave me the message that changed my life.
Right.
I mean, let's think about this, and I really broke it down to this. I would not be here right now recording this podcast if it wasn't for Jamal Bryant.
Man, that's some word right there.
I mean, that's real. Yeah. I'd be at that job that I was comfortable in, content. What I'd be doing right now is I'd be making sure people was taking their lunch on time. I would have had just clicked off of YouTube at right now at this time.
You'd have still been mopping floors.
No, I wouldn't have been. That's what you're not understanding. I had my job to where I wasn't doing work at this time of the day. I was chilling. Matter of fact, my work shift ended at about 5 o'clock. So I'm in the office. I do some paperwork here, watch a YouTube video here, make a phone call there. You know what I'm saying? Walk around to go, you know, whatever teacher's there, flirt with the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be doing that right now if it wasn't for Jamal Bryant. This hoe that's not respected in the streets, and you know I can't really fuck with a motherfucker if he ain't respected in the streets he live in.
One of my good friends at church, her name's Kim Barrett. She can't stand this cat. It's just so funny how and I'm gonna get to the sports, but it's just so funny how every time she sees this dude's face or his name, she just kind of cringes. And I mean, she's right, because everywhere you see this cat, he's always got cameras in front of him, ready to, you know, take advantage of an opportunity.
Can I be honest with you?
What's good?
Can I be honest with you? Everywhere everybody goes, they have cameras. I ain't talking about celebrities. I'm talking about normal people.
Normal people, yeah.
Snapchat is popping. Instagram is popping. Sure. Vine is popping.
But
Facebook Live is now popping. Like,
sure.
So, what you mad at the nigga for?
Well, no.
If you're telling me he's fake, cool.
And that's what she's more referring to.
But he's not fake because he bring cameras around him.
Is being an opportunist in the way he's trying to be.
If you're an evangelist in 2016, you better have a camera around you.
Knowing that he's fake. knowing that
but
she believes that.
That's what she believes. We're not talking, but we don't know what's in that man.
We don't know.
We don't know that.
You're right. We don't know.
I'm saying that every person in